Yeah, welcome. Okay, I have no idea what just got cut off there. That was weird. So last time on the Wind Waker, we did that. We went to several. We did the first like 3 dungeons, and then we came here to Windfall, got the Swift Sail, and spent far more money than I would have liked to. I see something over there. Ah, screw it. So on the map, which you can't see, there's a route to our. There's a mark to our. What direction is that? Our southwest. So we're gonna head over there. Cause yeah, this time we're not. We're definitely not gonna go as long as we did last time. Probably just the standard 2 hours. But I at least want to get one temple out of the way, and it shouldn't take that long. Because one of the interesting things about me doing Wind Waker is that I'm not really focusing on any of the dungeons per se. Which is weird, but it's also kind of true. I want to get this fish. God, and it's doing that again. I don't think that's any that big. I mean, it only goes for like a second. Hey, yo, small fry. Here's your chart. This is Tingle Island. This will be important way later on. Let me tell you something, small fry. He's a decipher. He can decipher maps. That you can't judge a person by appearance. Oh yes, I can. He has a deciphering fee. Okay, so we're heading to this. You can actually see the island up here. It's that one off in the distance. Yeah, it's just nice. It's nice to be back in Wind Waker, doing Wind Waker-y things. It's nice to have this Swift Sail. This is like whenever we talk about like how do you remake a game, how do you update something, how do you remaster it. This is how. Doing what they did here with the Swift Sail, because sailing the ocean, I know some people like it, and it is nice and relaxing. But, okay, I'll continue that here in a minute. Link, do you see that? What happened to this place? Great Fish Isle. What is the meaning of this island? It's destroyed. We're too late. I knew we had a precious little time, but I never suspected how late. A great water spirit named Jaboon once lived here, but no signs of him remain. Oi there, Link! So I hear you're here. I've been looking for you. Are you by chance seeking the great spirit Jaboon? I'm sorry to report that Jaboon can no longer be found here. Just look at this place. It's been to pieces. I suppose this, too, is the work of the shadows at the Forsaken Fortress. But fear not, Jaboon was able to flee this island before he was attacked. He is in a safer abode now. Would you like to guess where he may be? On the island where you were born, on Outset. Yet, even if you were able to go to Outset now, you would not be able to see Jaboon. The cave where he hides is sealed with a mighty stone slab that repels all who try to pass it. Why, not even the pirates with their mighty ship can get in. I must apologize, Link. I thought you knew the whereabouts. It would be the pirates. I told them this tale without such as a thought as their consequences. I do not know what they hoped to get, but they immediately set sail for the Outset Island and tried to break into the cave. It is lucky they could not gain entrance, and I have heard they were last spotted on Windfall Isle. But I do not know. If you wish to see Jaboon, I think you would better search Windfall for the pirates. With an eerie isle that this is, everyone else boasts clear skies and calm seas, but this place suffers under dark clouds and rain. Valoom might have been right when he asked me to bring you the word to Jaboon. He called the island cursed. I would console against staying here longer than you have to, but this is a decision I have told of Jaboon, so my task is complete. So the island's cursed, yeah. I don't think there's actually anything here. Like, we could go searching around, but we're not gonna find anything. Like, this little boat thing, I think, comes into play later, if I remember correctly. But really, at the moment, there's nothing we can do. So Jaboon has survived. Yeah, and Jaboon is, Jabu Jabu. It's obviously a reference to Jabu Jabu. Which makes complete sense. So we're gonna head out of here. I wonder if there's a map fish near here. Ooh. Let's talk to... How much more bait can I spent way too much money on the Swift Sail. Link, jump up. Arrows, bombs, and he sells red potion? Do you have... Okay, so I guess I can't buy bait at Beetle here. That's weird. I know there should be a map fish. They're usually pretty easy to find. We need to go this way. We're going back the way we came, obviously. Is that it up there, or is that a treasure chest? Let's see, what do we got? I need all the money I can get because I spent way too much on the Swift Sail. It was what, like 200? Yeah, no, that was way more than I wanted to. But I got it, and it's going to make my life super convenient, I tell you that. I don't see a fish. I know there's one for every isle, so there should be one somewhere around here. But like it said, the island's cursed, and I have no interest in coming back anytime soon. I actually think because we stepped on the cursed island, for not the rest of the game, mind you, but for a while anyways, it's going to be like really rainy out. Also, I haven't jumped in one of those tornadoes yet, but it like switches your direction around, so just keep that in mind. Ah, God, Tingle Island. We're gonna have to go there at some point, and I'm dreading it. I really am. Ah, crap. We may be able to hit it with a boomerang. Yeah, what's the point? Oh, wow. It actually... Oops, I hit the wrong button. Shoot. Alright, I will take that. And let's get to Windfall. You can see something spawn in there that wasn't there before. Is it just the postman who told the pirates had stopped here to avoid drawing attention towards us? I know not what they are researching, but if there are hopes of getting their hands on Jaboon's sacred gem, I doubt they would tell you anything directly if you were to ask them. Link, I think you should try to find out what the pirates are up to without them finding out. Alright, so that's our task. I wonder, we probably could have done that by this point. There's a whole thing with, like, kids and mailboxes and whatnot, but... So we can jump on the ship, but I don't think that's where we're supposed to go yet. Over here? We can now slide. I think we could have sidled before, but I just didn't. We can climb up here, and this will take us into the bomb house. This was... I think we stopped by this last time. Oh yeah, crouching is a button now, which is super... Like, that doesn't feel right. I just feel like crouching should be A, but whatever. Look, don't be mad. It's not our fault that we absolutely have bombs to get the treasure we're after. How about just... I have no idea which is talking, so I'm assuming it's the old guy. How about just think of it as payback for the nicely little monopoly you've been running here? So, I bet you think it was foolhardy to ask pirates to pay such outrageous prices, huh? Yeah, I bet you are. You know, Gonzo, I still can't get over the bit of fast talking you pulled to get the information out of the postman. Huh, oh yeah, that was smooth. I tell you, the minute I set the eyes on that Link, I just knew he was hiding something. Now, back to Outset. See, when I say the postman, I just pretend like I was worried all about that kid and stuff. And presto, he spills the beans. Good work, Gonzo. Just top-notch. It's funny, though. I'm thinking this may be the first time you showed such cunning. So, at some point, Gonzo talked in there, I don't know. You know, with your cunning and Miss Tetra's smarts, if you two got married and had a kid, that kid would be the greatest pirate to ever sue. You idiot. Keep your mouth shut. Yeah, don't be so stupid. Miss Tetra, are you listening to this nitwit? Can't you dock him some pay or something? Quick. Okay, let me get the female. Quit goofing off, both of you. Keep your childish jokes to yourself, and get those bombs back to the ship. The second you're done loading them up, we're setting sail to Outset Island. What? Miss? We have to leave immediately, but it's been so long since we were on shore. We need to fill our bellies with some good eatins. Yeah, how about grub tonight? We shove off tomorrow morning instead. I mean, I'm fine either way, of course. Whatever you say is fine, miss. It's whatever I say, whatever you say. It's just the boys were so excited to come to town. Yeah, and I can't help but think it would be awfully hard on them to leave so soon without a proper whatever. So, what do you say, set sail tomorrow? Yeah, what do you say, Miss Tesha? The treasure isn't going anywheres. You're with me, right, boys? Who's in the night of fun? Nothing. You're all fools. Do you know that? You saw that demolished island. You saw the senseless destruction. We have to hurry to Outset, or the same thing will happen there. Huh. Not to be disrespectful, but by the sound of things, you're worried more about the island than the treasure, miss. Don't be ridiculous. I want, the treasure. I love that. I love that so much. Alright, fine. Have it your way. We can leave town tomorrow, you big babies. But we're setting sail at first light, so no sleeping in. Understand? Aye, aye, Captain. Alright. Say. Oh yeah, we can't get on the boat because we don't know the password. That's why we had to come here. Say there, brother. What's the password again? Mako, are you serious? You already forgot? You're so useless. Today's password is treasure, you remember? You know that Nico won't let you in if you don't say it exactly right, and he's real picky about it, so I'll say it once more. The password is treasure, yeah. Treasure, eh? Not subtle at all, but I don't mind. Every Zelda game has, like, some sort of password in it. And unlike Majora's Mask, I don't think this is a password that changes. Link's face while crawling, that's adorable. There may be a few, like, random ones it can be, but, like, compared to Majora, which changes every time you play it, I think this is, it's usually almost always treasure, but to that end, if you have the password and you come up here onto the ship, you can't actually use it unless you've seen that cutscene. So there are preventative measures. It's, ooh. So yeah, and I think you need the capital T. Better to be safe than sorry. Oh my god, I've been listening to Take On Me for just days now. Oh my god, I had a paper to I have like 3 papers to write. I've written 2 of them. No, actually I have 3 papers to write. I've written 2 of them. And the entire time I wrote both 2, I was just listening to Take On Me on loop. God, it's so good. So you're alive. All the other pirates said you'd gotten in by the bird monster in the Forsaken Fortress, so I thought, never mind what I thought, you're alive. Oh, I get it now. You came back because you missed me so much. I had no idea you wanted to be my swabby so badly. I see. Well, after you left, I went back to being the bottom rung of the ladder, which is why I'm stuck here while everyone else is in town having fun and eating stuff. But I guess I'm being worshipped by my swabby out to cheer me up. Alright, so why don't we set off on your next test? This one is harder than the last. See the lanterns. We know how this works. There's no platforms this time. And we gotta get to the door. I would say this is like an advanced swinging tutorial, because the original time we did this test, it was just a tutorial. And we get bombs if we get to the other side. But this one, I don't exactly remember the trick. Something like that. I remember the first time going through this game, I just struggled with that over and over again. What? You did it already. You're incredible. This isn't good. I've never even passed this test. Wait, then how did he get over here? Whatever. This isn't good. How make it so easy? And if I give this to you, everyone will know for sure. Oh, I'll be so busted. Okay, you're the best swabby of all time, so I guess I'll just give you the bombs. Go on, take them. Just don't tell anyone, okay? I'm serious. I'm really serious, okay? Yeah, see? And we got the bombs. We can carry 30. Yeah. That's mighty courage of you trying to steal treasure from pirates. I suppose I should be shocked, but I'm more amazed that you managed to survive after being tossed out that tower. From the look on your face, I have to guess you haven't saved your sister yet, huh? You don't give things that much thought, do you? You just rush in, never thinking of how badly things could go for you. Like just now, the only reason you got what you did is because we left a simple-minded little rat like Nico behind to look after things. And he just agrees. No one else would have parted with our treasure so easily, I assure you. And just how do you intend to use those bombs anyways? Don't tell me you're going after Jaboon's treasure too. Right now, Jaboon is hiding in a cave at the back of the island you were born on. But the entrance is blocked by a giant stone doorway. You can't get in without breaking it down, the doorway, We're going to relax in town and eat our fill of whatever this town has to offer. But we'll be leaving to outset first thing in the morning. If you manage to find Jabunyan tonight, then I guess you win. But if you take too long, we'll come sailing right by you tomorrow morning. And believe me, you didn't get all of our bombs. You better be quick, kid. So, Tetra's a pirate, but she's still a nice person at heart. She's still kind of rooting for us. The two exchanges with Tetra here in this moment are both great. And yeah. God, I hate that you can't roll upstairs. So yeah, now we're back to our home island. Which is a long ways away, I might add. Come on, jump off. Boat, where are you? I know you dropped me off over here. I think. Ooh, but I can stop by beetles. I do need to get... I ran out of bait. And we're probably going to be sailing through like 10 different islands. Would you... I hate that. I hate that it's so expensive, but I'll buy like 3. Because I don't think we need money for anything anytime soon. Actually, I'll just buy... I'll buy 2. We do need money, but not anytime. Not anytime. We're going to have to grind at some point. We're also going to have to grind joy pendants and whatnot. Well done. Our preparations are complete. If that girl says it's true, the pirates won't be leaving until morning. Must bring the pearl. Let us wait no longer. And now we're sailing off. We're heading kind of southwest. We're gonna head west for a little bit and south a little bit. We're basically going by the island. Right, we're gonna go past Tingle Island and then where we were and just go straight down. I wonder if we should... So now we have a... If we do this, we have a cannon that we can fire. But... And we could, in theory, take on, like... In the last stream, we took on, like... We fought giant octopuses and Cyclos we ran into, which was pretty unlucky for us. And we can now take him on. Is there a rupee on top of Tingle Island? I'm actually gonna head down a little bit. We're gonna make several stops on our way down. Is this one of the core islands? I swear, unless these are just these fish attacking me. I swear I saw some... Ah, whatever. It's really hard to tell in the rain. Here we have one of the reefs. I think this is one of the eye reefs. A lot of treasure around this one. There's the fish. My turn is super wide. Ooh, wrong bed. Back. Oh my god. Look how... It just freezes up. Ahoy, small fry. Chart and information. This is... One... I figured with all the money it was going to be one eye reef. You've seen those weird rings of light, yeah? Well, there's treasure. Now, it is... I might as well say it is important to do your sea chart. Like that, it really actually... I'm going to actually head, not this way, but the other way. I do highly recommend getting your sea chart filled out, because as we get in, when we get into the end game stuff, the more sea chart you have, the easier it gets. And yeah, you can, like, on those towers, you can go up there and you can get necklaces or pendants or something from those guys. There's submarines you can go into that are great ways to farm joy pendants, because you go in, steal the joy pendants, leave, come back in, and the joy pendants have respawned, but we're not going to worry about that for a while. There's the fish. I know we do have to come back here at some point, but it's not for, like, way later on. Yep, there's Greyfish Isle. Parts of the night, left half of the moon. Come around these parts on the nights when the left half of the moon is missing. It appears. I know exactly what he's talking about, but I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say what that is. We want to head south now. It's literally just a straight ride south from here. But yeah, what is it? It's a, I know what it is. At least I'm pretty sure. That is useful. That is useful information to know, but we can't use it yet. I don't remember where you get that. It's somewhere in the end game. Oh, hey, small fry. Yeah, I've heard it takes one chart about the island. Let's start opening your sea chart. I feel like I've given every character the same, yeah, sea kind of voice. The Isle of Steel. Tell me, small fry, have you ever heard of the fable of the Triumph Forks? Well, it's said when my young fry on that island, you know, a chart showing you where to find them. Of course, getting it is the hard part. And that's all the info I've got to offer. So there's something on that island? I know we need an item to get it, but I could not tell you what item that is. Well, okay, I have a good idea. Actually, I think you may be able to just blast your way in there with the cannon. Again, we may get, we'll probably, honestly, I'm probably going to skip over a lot of the side questing. Much like I felt like I'm not going to have that many hearts going in to the final boss, because, again, I don't really care. I know there is a Cave of Trials in this game, but I don't really care about it. My bigger worry is the, I admittedly have not been paying attention to the map. If we do any side questing, it's gonna be more towards the end of the game. Is that the island over there? I can only see it in flashes of light. But there was definitely something over here. Come on, lightning, strike. We're about to leave the square. Let's just head to Outset. Yeah, you can... The overworld... See, this is... The game is just great. Like, the sailing... I get how some people would be sick of the sailing, because you're just sailing, but there's tons of little islands with tons of little things to do on it. I don't really mind. And since you don't have to change the wind anytime you want to change direction, it's super easy. see the fish up there, but we don't actually need this island piece, so we can just skip it. Have you noticed, Link? Morning has not broken since we arrived at Gracefish Isle. The land that was so ravaged by monsters, time itself is frozen. Perhaps this is the curse that Valoo spoke of. Whatever the reason, if its night does not end, that we need to worry about the pirates overtaking us. In fact, it might not be a bad idea for you to visit your hometown and family again. So, he wants us to meet with our grandmother, which I know why. It's not going to be pretty, to say the least. Is that a purple rupee up there? Oh, Link, Errol, don't go, don't leave. Don't leave your poor old grandma all alone. So something is wrong with her. If you give her a fairy, something special will happen. I do not have a fairy. I lost my fairy in the Forsaken Fortress. So yeah, just FYI, know that. I think if we come over into the training place, there's something I don't think we can do anything with it yet, but there is something I do want to set up at least. Oh, you're all right. Did you not tell me about Errol? That was thoughtless of you. The island has seen hard times ever since you departed. I don't know what you have been doing on your journey, but you seem a little more daring these days. The look in your eyes are not the same as when you left here. Very good. Show me how much you've improved your sword skills. Sword still the level of a page. Very good. Try and hit me 100 times before I hit you 3 times. Oh my god, get me away. I'm trying to get out of this corner. Oh, god damn it. Shoot. This is, what I want, there's something I wanted to set up. God damn it, that didn't, I hit A with timing, but no. Yeah. So he probably gives you a heart piece, but I'm not going to worry about that now. Again, I don't really care about heart pieces. Wind Waker is not the hardest game. But you see these macho belts? Oh, King's Crest. What's that? That's the King's Crest. Does it intrigue you, young one? It's still too early to discuss such a thing with you, but if you happen to cross 10 of those, show them to me. Then I can tell you what they are. I think we have one. I thought they were called macho belts, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. I know macho belt's a Pokemon thing. But there's an easy place in the game to get 10 of them, so do not worry about that, but it will happen. Are you ready? Yeah, that'll happen way later on. We come back here. So you see this, we have to break it, but we can't actually reach it from far out. You have to hit it when you're close to it. Okay, there's one part broken. Okay, there's part 2 broken. there's part 3 broken. It's not hard at all. And that clears up the whirlpool, which allows us to just head right in. And now we're on to dungeon number 4, because I consider the Forsaken Fortress the first dungeon. I know some people don't. Well met indeed, Jabun. I am pleased to see that you are safe. Yes, it seems Ganon has returned. There can be no other explanation. Unfortunately, that is not so. The one I have brought with me has no connection to the legendary one, and yet I sense great promise and courage in this one possesses. I do. It is the only way. It is, because Jabun's design is like an angler, but yet, I like that he only speaks in, let's call it low Hyrule, because we don't actually, or would it be low Hylian? Probably be low Hylian, because we don't actually know what he says. I know there are probably like, there's a way to translate it, but I don't care. But it's not interesting nevertheless. And we got Nehru's Pearl. It's that easy. Took me less than an hour. No dungeon, and I actually kind of appreciate that. So, that foul rain and endless night were indeed elements of the curse that brought on us by Ganon. He must intend to cast this land into pure darkness for all time. I believe I have. So, yeah, we have no idea what he says, but it's interesting nevertheless. Ganon's curse has been broken by the power of the pearls that Jabun gave us, so morning should come soon. It is all well that we have gathered all the pearls. Are you ready, Link? I have marked places that you must set the pearls on your sea chart. Once you have placed each of the pearls in the proper location, the proving grounds of your courage will become apparent. Clearly, the search for Jabun has shown that Ganon has begun to make efforts to block the path forward. It is certain that the perils ahead will be greater than anyone has faith thus far. You should finish any business you have on outset right now. So he says that, but you can come back at any point. On the map, we have 3 spots are marked. 2 above, one above 6-Eye Isle, 1 below 6-Eye Isle, and 1 in between Dragon Roost and the Forest Haven. So that's where we're going to be going, but give me a minute. There is something we're gonna go get the sea chart. We're gonna get to the first isle, and then I'm gonna sit down. I gotta go do something. It'll take me like 5 minutes. I gotta go switch laundry. But that'll take me a minute. But then we'll come back and we'll finish up all the pearl stuff. That's it. So that giant cyclone, I don't think that belongs to Cyclos. But if you go into it, it'll warp you to a random island. So just keep that in mind. Information, yeah. I don't honestly remember which one this is. This is Shark Isle. Okay, I don't remember. There's something here probably. There's a bunch of islands. Like any of the eye isles, like 1 and 6, are just random. Have you ever been caught in one of those cyclones? The deity Cyclos uses the cyclones to fly across the sea instantaneously. If you had that power, that would be super useful. They can pierce things from a distance. Oh yeah, we can actually... I was thinking with the cannon, we could fight Cyclos, but no, we can't, actually. We can fight the octopuses, so if we ever come across one of those giant... I think it's actually more of a squid. I don't think there's anything we can do here yet. I think we need an item. Oh, shit. I did not actually expect Cyclos to be in here. Cause... Yeah, no, we can't actually do anything. Sure, alright. Yeah, I swear the cannon allowed you to do something, but no, I was completely wrong on that aspect. We're here on the Forest Haven? Okay, so this wasn't the original isle I had planned to go to. But, hey, an isle's an isle. I mean, we're filling out our sea chart, and that's important, because we will need... I don't think we ever actually need a complete sea chart, but we need a pretty full one, technically. That's interesting. That's not something I expected to see here yet. So there's a ship out there. That ship is actually really important, but we can't actually do anything with it yet. So just kind of keep that in mind. We're not gonna have base for all the isles, aren't we? Shoot. Okay, what you got? This is Bomb Isle. Okay, so we need bombs to do stuff here, which we do have, but again, I'm kind of focusing more on main stuff. That's all. I'm trying to focus on main quest stuff for the moment. So if we go into this ghost ship, it just disappears. But trust me, there is something there. I can guarantee you that. I need more bait. I'm almost out. Ah. Ooh, okay, Beetle's right here. Maybe he'll have bait. There's the isle. Because we need one more bait. Oh, I should have picked up the money while I was on Outset. There's like 50 bucks hidden away on Outset. That I recommend picking up the second time, and I just completely forgot. We got Eastern Triangle Island. Tell me, small fry, have you ever caught a ferry before? Okay, so that's teaching us how ferries work. Go south until you see a miserable-looking submarine floating on the sea. Okay, so that's interesting for something. I know I saw Beetle over here. He probably won't have bait on him, but it'd be useful nevertheless. Come on, Beetle, have some bait for me. Oh, yes. Bye. Okay, so okay. Now, these are a Hoi pair. You'll need at least one at some point. I do not remember for the life of me when that is. But I can guarantee you need at least one. It's to get something. Yeah, I'm under the boat. Okay, where's the island? Right over here. And right as the sun rises as well. So, give me a second. Let me go switch around some things. It'll be like less than 5 minutes. Oh. Hey. Put the pearl. So yeah, we give it a pearl. You put Ferreira's pearl. 2 more remain. But we'll do that when I get back. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. That didn't take too long at all. So, as we sail, I got a story. It's nothing that big, really, but it's more a story of first world problem, minor convenience story. Inconvenience. I went to Burger King for the first time today, in probably a year. Between the big three, McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's, I don't really care. Burger King's probably my least favorite. And yeah, every once in a while they do a good gimmick. That Halloween Whopper, which I did not get. I meant to, but I didn't. Doesn't look too bad. I'll try it, at least. But I went to Burger King to get this, and I had like a coupon. And they're like, oh, do you want to spend extra for cheese? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And they didn't give me any cheese. God damn it. Fuck Burger King, man. They're the only place that I know... Okay, they're one of two places I know that charges extra for cheese. And yet they always... That's the reason I only go there like once a year. Is because every time I go, they always screw it up. Man. I spent an extra like $2. And I was getting more than just one thing. Because I was feeding multiple people. And yet they still completely screwed me over. Is it over here? Where is it? I can't actually see with the storm. Is that it? That doesn't look right. That looks like a different island. Oh, there. Oh, God, it's right there. Yeah, no, I'm so annoyed with that. Because I had a simple request that I paid extra for, and they just screwed it up. That's why I don't go there, because they always screw it up. With the exception of those, like, the pretty patties. The black burger from Halloween, like, 2 or 3 years ago. The red one from, I want to say, 2 years ago. Oh, yeah, I've got information. Alright, there's a chart update. A famed photographer lives north. Have you ever seen... I know, see, that there's an entire Picto Box side quest that we will look at some point, maybe even next time. But I don't entirely... There's like a weird way... You have to like do it in a weird way. And I don't remember how... Like there's some sort of like weird setup to it. But I cannot tell you what that setup is off the... Like you... For some reason I remember there being like a second like smaller island you have to parachute to. Or leaf to. Pearl. Yep. We get the pearl. Okay. 1 pearl remains. Not too bad. And the 1 pearl, it's just go north from here. Because there, you can see off in the distance, 6-eye island. I don't remember what they're called. Is it? Oh, 6-eye reef. That's what they're called, reefs. It's all, there's 1 through 6, each associated with a different type of dice. Yeah, 6-eye and Cyclops Reef, which are 1-eye as I called it, are literally right next to each other. So that's one. So 1-eye is right there, and that's 6-eye over there. Okay, that's weird. But whatever. I think the island is just straight ahead. Hey, look, it's him again. Don't get too close to that. He will whisk you away. Most certainly. I mean, he never sends you too far away, usually. Oh, a small fry. Information. Sea chart. Alright. And we got the Northern Triangle Isle. Let's see. Let me tell. The school at the Windfall Isle has one gorgeous teacher. The 4 little hoodlums. We do. That's something we do need to do at some point. We do need to worry about the kids. That's an important side. That's the Joy Pendant side quest. And we do need to do that at some point. I think it needs like 40 Joy Pens in total. So that's a lot. But we definitely do need to get like the first 20 turned in at some point. We only have 8. All right. All right, and here's the cool scene. God, the gamepad is just shaking. Most expressive Link. This tower, which the pearls of the gods have caused to appear, is the place of the gods in the ancient world, prepared so that they might test the courage of men. Only one who is able to overcome the trials that awaits it here will be acknowledged by the gods as a true hero. Only then will you have the power to destroy great evil. Link, which you must obtain now, lies before you. You must believe in your own courage, which leads you here to triumph over many hardships you have faced and must triumph once again. You must rise above the trial of the gods. I don't know where... Is the fish inside? I feel like the fish is inside. But see, that cutscene is awesome, because it really just does show you the scale. It's this giant tower, but yet it only takes up a small portion of the map. I think I actually saw the fish over there. Come on. I'd love to get the fish before I... Unless it just... No, I didn't give it to me instantly. Was that it? Or was that another tornado? That's what I want to do before going in. Get the fish. Okay. Hey, Beetle's back. There it is. But yeah, the tower... That's... The Tower of the Gods is just... That's so cool. I love how it forms the Triforce. It shows the scale of the game. It really is beautiful. Okay, let's see what you got. Yep. Okay. See, even in the small section, it's still too big. Like, it gets cut off. I've done a Fish of Fortune small fry. Your fates come. Yep. That's all I've got to offer. And I'm off. Oh, can we really not go in there? So yeah, and this is a dungeon we actually go into with our boat. That's pretty... This is the only time that happens in this game. But this is the Tower of the Gods. And yeah, no, it's pretty... I like it. So first thing that I'm noticing is this. Yeah, this is... That just is... That's important to do, I guess. I don't know if the boat can... I think you need to sail out to move the boat. Even though that makes no sense, but whatever. And let's start off over here. So can we pick up the statue. And this is just a pressure plate, you know. You know how pressure plates work in most Zelda games. Okay. Let's see. What was the... Oh, was that, the original Legend of Zelda? Where all the Chews were, electric, and it was super... Okay, that's not what you want to do. Obviously, that's a bad thing. Is that... What's our way... Oh, it's a... Okay, there's the ladder. See, I keep wanting to just... I feel like when you're not moving, and you press A, that should just drop the barrel, but it... Or the box, but it doesn't. So this turns on the light bridge, which allows us to get past the water. Or maybe not, because it freaking... If it's not pressing it, then it won't work. Duh. I do want to get the, We may need bombs at some point, but not at the moment. Can we? Okay, because there are some Zelda games where you can't, like, hold items above your head and move. Twilight Princess comes to mind. Sometimes in Ocarina you can. Sometimes being the key word. God, see, I want to press A to do it, because that's how it works in, like, every other game. As long as you're standing still, just pressing the button will drop it. Now, for a lot of people, Tower of the Gods is, like, the best dungeon. And, yeah, you need to sail out. So weird. I kind of get it. I do like the atmosphere, because a lot of... Wind Waker has some of the more simplistic dungeons in the franchise. Right. But for some people, that's a problem. For some people, that isn't. But Tower of the Gods is probably the most... I don't think it's the most complex the game has to offer. I think that's the... Not the final dungeon, but like second to last. But it's definitely interesting. It's got a good aesthetic. It's got its great moments. The boss is amazing, but we'll get to that. Okay, what we gotta do... We have to make a bridge across. And I think if we use all the boxes, we can do it fairly easily. Because we gotta take the fire across. I know there is some sort of rule when it comes to spacing them, but I can't remember it. Like, I think I want to move... If I can, I want to move this one closer, or something like that. I want to move this one as close as I can. Ah, God, I hate the time limit here. I'll get it done in due time. I'm more on a time limit than anything else. It'd be nice if there was just a button we flipped, but I know the outside dungeon is also changing, so what can I complain? Okay, now I just have to space everything out. I have to move this one closer, I think. I think I have to move everything up by like 1 or 2. Probably by 2. Unless, actually do, I think I want that to be closer. I just need to move one more, come on. Because I think this is enough. It's something like this anyways. Which one did I have to move? These all look right. 2. Everything looks more or less right, but I know there's probably something I'm missing. That's the something I'm missing. Did I just drop the stick? I have to be perfectly centered on it. That's something else. Okay. 1. Okay, so those are definitely too far apart. Shit! That's not good. I did not know you could break those. Okay, good. All's well that ends well somehow. Why aren't you lighting? Okay. And we got a small key. That goes somewhere. I'll figure it out. Oh, but we got electric chews. I don't really care. There's probably something you can do with electric chew jelly. It's probably some good potion, but I don't know. Yeah, if you can't tell, our boat, even though we have the boat in here, it doesn't really do much. Like, there's really not that big of a point in having it, all things considered. Oh. I was gonna say, wait, what? And we got another one. Okay, we have to... yeah, we do have to move these in some way. I think the most important one is like this. Okay. There's a chest. But I think we put a bomb on this one and it'll... shoot. Come on. Yep, there we go. Let's see what this one got. Probably another key. Oh, the dungeon map. Okay, that makes sense. I always forget maps exist. No. Ah, crap, there's more. Nothing of real use in there. There's probably a fairy knowing this game. Come on, stop electrocuting me. Oh my god. Oh, they've just completely cornered me. Holy crap, man. Okay, we get red chew jelly from them. That's interesting. Usually there is a yellow chew jelly. Maybe there's not because there's gold chew jelly in this game, which wouldn't surprise me. Okay, we gotta get to this other side. I don't think we don't have... okay, so there are sticks up here, shit. Let's go in here first. We'll go to the bottom door in a minute. Okay, this seems far too easy. Like I said, it seems far too easy. There's nothing we can do. Nothing else we can do in here for the moment, but we will definitely come back. Oh, and there's our compass. Okay, that makes sense. I figured it was going to be that. Come on. Chest. I was gonna run into the door, but it clearly doesn't want me to yet. Because that's where our statue is gonna be to get to the next layer. Hey, a joy pendant! Yay! The more the joy, or however that goes. what was that? We Happy Few, where it seemed like it had potential, and then it just turned in, and then it sold out to Gearbox, and then it just kind of fell apart. Okay, how do we get up there? Okay, there must be a box or something that I can play around with. Come on. Maybe that'll drop that. There we go. There's our magical staircase. I'll take what I can get, you know. Okay. And there we go. Well, let's get up here. Hurry. And that should turn off the water, which gives us our way onto the second floor. Cool. And I have to wait. Yay, waiting. How fun. You know, it's funny I say that, but yeah, that makes me think of Egoraptor's video, which that video is so complicated with me. Because much like a Joseph Anderson video, it is something that I do, like, inherently find interesting, and I do agree with in a lot of ways, but yet there's just so many things I cannot stand about it. Especially from, like, Egoraptor fans. There's a fandom that I don't feel like gets enough shit. Like, we all know Sonic is bad, but I feel like nobody talks about how just bad Egoraptor is. So, you know, in previous games we've had those magic seeing eye things before. And this is this game's equivalent of them. They're a pain in the ass if it wasn't obvious. Oh my god. And we need to move 3 of these, or at least 2. Come on, crouch through. Okay, let's try going with the other side. Yeah, that went easier. Okay, and that gets these moving. Stupid freaking rat. That's just a bottomless pit, so no thank you. But yeah, no, like, there are so many people, I know there are tons of people, because I've talked to, well, chatted with them on, like, YouTube comments, that hate games like Ocarina and Skyward Sword, just because Egoraptor hates games like Ocarina and Skyward Sword. It's infuriating, to say the least. So it's obviously signaling us to go this way. Anything in these pots? I could really use some hearts. There's 2 statues over here. Nothing we can do there. And I'm way closer to death than I want to be. Okay, we can just come overhead. So, wait. Seeker the God, press Z all to... So we can now guide a statue. I swear this is where the command melody comes into play, but I guess not. I mean, it will. Give it some time. Shit. Because we can't... The reason it won't let us pick it up is so that we can't throw it. That's why this whole platform is overhead. At least I'm assuming so. Or else, why would you? These aren't hard puzzles by any means, but they can be frustrating to say the least. Because I do not think we can... Okay, I know I need to throw that because I cannot make the jump with it. And God, every time I fuck up, we lose a quarter of a heart. Oh my God, YouTube has completely banned. So even though there is such thing, I think I've talked about this in like Splat and Chat last week. Even though there is a YouTube Kids, it's an entirely separate application made completely for kids. YouTube has completely banned swearing. If you swear on YouTube, videos won't get monetizers will like them less, and they won't get seen as much. And I know, I can tell you right now, that's a lie. Monetizers don't care about swearing, but YouTube's just trying anything to stop the apocalypse, and that's their current idea. Is if we remove swearing, maybe advertisers will come back, saying we're family friendly for everybody. And don't get me wrong, you cannot... There are plenty of channels that are mature and don't swear. Who is it? Is it Linkara? I think Linkara doesn't swear, but yet he still is a mature... I'd still call it a mature channel. And I give him credit for that, honestly. So now... we have directions for the Wind Waker. Oh, wait, we gotta... But I think it's stupid. Like, there's no reason to... Because it's not going to change anything. And then there's everything that's happened with Etika, which... I don't really want to comment on, just because I don't really know everything that's going on with him. Like, so he got banned from Twitter for saying the N-word. And then something happened with, can I, that's one way to take these ghosts out. Yep, that'll work. But yeah, he got banned from Twitter, and then he just kind of... I'm going to use the word imploded, for lack of a better word. And he... Okay, we do have to go this way. And now he deleted his YouTube channel, and now who knows what's happening. Who knows? Some people thought he got hacked. Even people aren't sure about that anymore. Okay, statue. While I stand here, I play the command melody. There's only 6 songs in Wind Waker. I mean, I feel like that's less than, like, Twilight Princess. Because Twilight Princess, you never really had to, like, memorize a song. It just, you followed along with it. But I think the command melody is kind of a cool idea. It allows you to play as other character. We'll see it in future dungeons. And while I know people don't like escort missions, I do think the idea behind the command melody is not a bad one. Oh my god. Oh, okay. So we can't, Okay, that makes sense. What is a king of... I know how this works. You don't have to go all fee on me. Oh, yeah. So, okay, that's too far. Fee is still the worst. I cannot believe I have not found a heart in so long. Oh my god, that's so infuriating. Come on, give me some hearts. Okay, green ruppy is nice. No it isn't. What am I saying? Okay, I think this is mini-boss time. Yep. Dark Nuts. It's what, 4 dungeons in and they're giving us a Dark Nut? It's not that bad, honestly. These are a lot easier than in Twilight Princess. So you notice they have the crests on them? What you gotta do is you gotta get behind them and knock off their armor. And once you've knocked off some of their armor, come on. I know this works. Okay, we can steal their Knight's Crest. And they're also super... See, they take... I feel like they take a lot less hits. It's a lot easier to get their armor off. They're just so much easier here than they are in Twilight Princess. 100%. And I'll take some hearts, and I'll take some actual rupees. Also, yeah, you can totally pick up their swords, and it is cool. I'm gonna knock down these pillars to get some hearts. Yeah, they can also hit these pillars to knock them down. You don't have to do it, but whatever. I do like the idea of picking... I know... I do like it, even though it's rarely used. And, like, while I was talking about how you can carry statues through doors, you can't carry weapons through doors. I think we talked about this last time. So now... we can now easily kill these flaming skulls, and we can hit anything with that needs to do it. I think we're gonna have to... God, if my gamepad wasn't so stupid. Okay. And there we go. It's another one back. Do those other little statues come to life? I feel like they will at some point. I don't know. I think you can control the mini statues as well with your power, with the command melody. Kind of like how the because this is basically a predecessor to like the Dominion Rod in Twilight Princess. Even though I feel like this is used a lot more than Dominion Rod was. So if we go, before we go that way, if we go back to the other side. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. God, Wizard. He'll give us some magic. Who cares? Oh my god, why am I so bad? That'll open up a second platform. Which we can take up here, and here's a secret thingy or something. I don't think... Oh, okay, here are the statue enemies I was thinking of. I think... Yeah, you throw... I don't think these enemies are in... Like, there are similar enemies in other games. I was thinking of the ones in Twilight Princess where we had to break the crystals on the back. And these are similar-ish, but they're also kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do definitely see the similarities, but I don't think you have to solve it by hitting it with a bomb. Because I think they predate back to Ocarina. And well, they probably date back to Link to the Past, knowing Zelda games, where you have to hit an enemy in the backside. But the incarnation I think of the most is Skyward Sword, whereas has you destroy crystals. One crystal can only be destroyed with one type of strike, the other can only be destroyed. Or one can be destroyed with any strike, but the other one can only be destroyed with one specific kind. Okay, so what we gotta do here is honestly, this tower does remind me the most of the Temple of Time in Twilight Princess. You can definitely see the inspiration, because we have to way down this platform to get across, but we don't have a key, so there's nothing we can actually do here yet. I didn't say keys, I said key, so get out of my hair, keys. Of course it missed. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, okay. Nope. Too early. You know what came out today? And oh my god, this is funny. So, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out today. And in the Metacritic, because it's the highest rated game of the generation, barely beating out Breath of the Wild. Maybe, I feel like it went down a point since it came out. But it's barely, it's either beating out or like tied with Breath of the Wild. More or less, anyways. And, so it's the most highly rated game of this generation, even though, weirdly enough, I do consider Breath of the Wild next generation, but that goes into my whole spiel about that I did yesterday, or that I did last week about the next generation of consoles. But, where was I going with that? Yeah, Red Dead, and in the Metacritic thing, they were like, you're not a real gamer unless you play Red Dead Redemption 2, unless out of your own volition you choose not to, or some bullshit like that, and it's like, screw off, Metacritic. There's a reason I don't even use you anymore. Yeah, no, I've given up on Metacritic. If I do have to use, if I do want to look at, aggregate critique websites, I definitely go towards OpenCritic. Oh god. Oh shit, that was way too close for comfort. And there we go. We're back on track. Just a small little diversion. And now we can go do it again. Oh yeah, there's something bombable over there. Do not remember what it is. I guess... let's not throw it yet. Actually, let's make our lives more complicated, shall we? If we bomb... If we just bomb and then... Oops. Maybe that'll... Oh god, I gotta cook it. I suck at cooking bombs. Oh my god. Yeah, let's go to one more room first. It's another one of these things. I know this symbol means something. I'm assuming it needs us to play the Requiem of the Wind. Or Wind Requiem. You know what it's called. I just realized, I haven't seen a single pot. This game has, like, all the pots and whatnot. Yeah, I haven't actually seen a single pot. Oh, I don't know. Okay. And there we go. Not a bad stop. It's gonna be a joy pendant or something stupid. Doubt it's gonna be a heart piece. Okay, a treasure chart, that makes sense. And I think all these treasure charts, all they do is they lead to heart pieces. So just, it's basically, it's trying to give you more stuff to do in the overworld, so that way people don't complain about it, like it being barren like Skyward Sword. Even though Skyward Sword's never really bothered me, and neither does Wind Waker, even though I know for a fact some people do complain about Wind Waker's overworld, because of course they do. So now with the weight of 2, we can get across. Okay. Is this a box? Yep, just barely. I love how the button says befriend. Because you know, these things are totally shaped like a friend. Okay. We can't walk past it, but it doesn't. And unlike most other games where I'd make you use the guy to block the laser. Because, yeah, I think Skyward Sword did something like that, where you pick up the guy, where you put the guy in front of the laser. Not Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, God. Okay, we got a whiz rope to deal with. Oops, I do not, I have the leaf equipped. Okay, not a hard kill. So we put it on one side. These things just do not throw well, do they? You gotta put it on one side. And then you gotta... throw 3 on. Make sure you throw 3 so that way you can support your own weight plus the statue's weight. This is a very simple puzzle. I feel like the one in Twilight Princess was 1,000 times harder. Even though, again, that one wasn't also too hard. It was just balancing out all the weights took a while. And you had to move it from one side to the other. And this, it's just that you put it on the left, and then you gotta put other stuff on the right. Alright. Also, we completely, even though we had a boat, our boat's just completely gone. Like, it's here for the first half of the dungeon, but it disappears for the second half. Because that's how little it matters in the grand scheme of things, that our boat is here. It's neat to start off the dungeon, but, I think we can kill these suckers now. Oh god, they're fast. God, I cannot get in this thing's range. No, pop. Oh my god, lock onto it, come on. Yeah, I may be able to shoot the ball out of the sky. Nope, I'm not having good luck with that. I know for a fact you can kill those things. Now that they have faces, you can definitely kill them. The problem is I'm not lucky enough because I keep getting freaking hit. They don't even have like that long of range. Like I don't even think it can hit me from here. Why? Maybe it's just to get the treasure. It's funny that the chest with the boss key also has a lock on it. God, imagine that if you needed a boss key, a normal key to open the boss key. Hey, here's these crystal buddies I was talking about. See, I knew the crystals came to life. Yeah, see, these are more in line with the enemy of Twilight Princess I was talking about. And they also go crazy. God, and I hit them and then I... Shit. Come on. There we go. Alright, not too hard at all. Do not want to fall in there. Oh my god, so many of these suckers. Okay, see that I can actually kill. I was gonna grapple its feather, but okay. This is the hard one. It just... Oh my god, I actually got that. I did not... should be conserving arrows just for the boss, which is right around the corner, I might add. Oh my god, my control... I hate whenever it glitches up like that. That's always the most annoying... Like, right now, it's just drifting. I'm not pressing a button. It just drifts randomly. And it's always the most infuriating thing. Okay. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Fairy in a bottle! And, I do not know where... I know there are more bottles, and I probably should figure out where those are. Because I should definitely have 2. There might be one in the auction house. But other than that, I don't know. But here we are at the boss. This boss is very beloved, if I remember correctly. You have done well to find your way to this place. Oh, chosen one. Accept this final challenge. So this is basically like... Ooh, I want to switch that actually. So this is basically like iRock or Bongo Bongo. Which I don't think... Which, if I remember correctly, people actually don't like Bongo Bongo. But iRock is, I think, pretty liked. Come on. Oh. Come on. Oh my god. See, it's also pretty epic as well. I might as well point that out. Oh, book it, book it. Yeah, look how just cool that is. No. Like, it causes the game to slow down, but I don't really mind, because it feels like slow motion more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? He also does, if I remember, this boss fight requires a lot of arrows, just FYI. So just keep that in mind. A little too many arrows for my liking, but I still think it is a cool fight, nevertheless. Because, yeah, the slowdown just makes it feel like it's in slow-mo as you run away. That's awesome. It's not a hard boss, I might as well add that. This is... I feel like iRock in 64 was harder, but it's still cool. So I'm out of arrows, but he'll sneeze out some more. Oh wow, and I actually got hit. He's gonna attack. You know what? You know what the head reminds... I've talked about what the arms remind me of. The head is clearly... Like, they clearly used it as inspiration for, that one episode of Steven Universe, where Line 2... It's clearly inspiration for that. The whole shooting out light, the path can be opened. Oh, chosen one. What will now come is tied to your fate, to the path that you have chosen. Go forward with caution. I still like that boss. It's still it's a little too arrow heavy for me, but other than that, yeah, no, I think it's fine. Using both bombs and arrows, both stuff we've gotten since the last dungeon. And hey, heart piece. All right. Heart container. And let's get out of here. Ooh, yeah. So we got a giant bell here at the very top of the tower. Reminds me a lot of what they did with, this is probably inspired, the Generation 5 of Pokemon, where you go to the very top of the tower and ring the bell, because because Pokemon has always reminded me of this scene. Well, okay, it's technically the other way around, because I played Pokemon first. I need to play Gen 5 again. I have a game running in Gen 4. Like, I'm, like, probably over halfway through Gen 4, but I haven't beaten I haven't played Gen 5 in years. I'm halfway through a game in Gen 7, or Gen 6, I mean. Never picked up Ultra Sun and Moon. Might do that this year. Well done. I can see the gods have acknowledged you to be a true hero, but this does not mean your trials have ended here. Once you take your first step into the world beyond, the ringing light shimmering into a wave, the true trial begins. Are you ready? The true trial, and if you've ever played any Zelda game ever, you know what the true trial is going to be. Keyword, underwhelming. Like, sometimes doing the true trial is cool, but most of the time it's just a stupid, underwhelming puzzle. And I'm just going to say it, Skyward Sword is no different. Wind Waker is no different. Skyward Sword does it cool. Ocarina of Time is anticlimactic, but it works. Link to the Past is the lame, it's just a lame puzzle navigating a maze. Nothing cool about it whatsoever. At least, yeah. And there's probably a dozen other games I'm just completely forgetting. It's almost always a puzzle, though. Link to the Past is one of the few that doesn't have a puzzle or anything. You just walk up and take it. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that's very rare. Wind Waker, and I've talked about how similar Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are probably a dozen times, because they came out in the same generation, even though I do consider Twilight Princess a Wii game and Wind Waker a GameCube. You're probably wondering where we are, aren't you? Unfortunately, there is not enough time for me to explain to you now. Once you are able to strike down Ganon with the item you obtain in this castle, all will be made clear. But yeah, no, these two games are actually very similar. Most people will say that Wind Waker is the better of the two, and I do agree. Yeah, and as we'll see here in a minute, we're not done referencing Ocarina of Time. Much like how Twilight Princess was an homage to Ocarina of Time, this game is a sequel to Ocarina of Time in the non-Majora's Mask sense. Because, that's our Hero of Time right there. So all the enemies are frozen, don't worry about them. And you'll see... Oh, right. Oh, listen to me. Hidden somewheres in the castle. The shape. So this is a block sliding puzzle where you have to shape the blocks to make the Triforce. Oh my god, this is hell. Come on. No. I want to move it this way. Yeah, these blocks can be a little finicky. I'll give them that. It's not hard, though. Let me point this out. Unlike the Master Sword puzzle in Twilight Princess, which is the hardest puzzle in any Zelda game ever, and I'll stand by that, this is a lot easier. It even kind of gives you can see on the floor, there's kind of some hints in there. Just follow along, you'll be fine. I mean, look at that. I remember it being even harder than that. That was super easy, but you're just making the Triforce. Does this bring back light? I don't remember. I know something's gonna bring back light here. Because, yeah, everything down here is frozen, because, you know, Ganon came back, no hero, so the gods flooded the world, but the world actually still exists down here, it's just frozen in time. But somehow Ganon became unfrozen. So we'll come down here and get our prize, and then I'll show off something I've always loved. Excellent. Puzzle, decipher, no, now let's take the sword. Again, it wasn't that hard. The Bane of Evil's blade. Yep. Sword in the Stone. Honestly, this is the only time pulling the Master Sword really reminds me of Sword in the Stone. Oh my god, have you seen the trailer for a new King Arthur movie this year? I think it's got the kid from Deadpool 2 in it. But it's like some little kid, not little kid, you know, he's like 12 or whatever. Gets King Arthur's sword, and there's this war to fight off demons. Oh my god. I remember being annoyed when Once Upon a Time did King Arthur. I never even finished that season. I'll be honest, I just could not be bothered. And we've unfrozen time. Shit. We have the Master Sword. So cool. So cool. I always love whenever Link does that thing where he's like feeling the weight of the sword. With it, you can defeat evil. This upgrades your sword. I'm assuming you now do like double damage or whatever. Before we go on, I do want to show off something. So if we come back in the circles around, you can see stained glass, Rita, Darunia, whatever her name is. You've got Ganon, Daruna, Impa, and whatever the sage. I don't remember all the sages' names. Okay, I'll admit it. In my most recent playthrough of Ocarina, I still have not done the Spirit Temple. But no, this is cool. It's seeing all these sages with stained glass window was always really cool in my opinion, because it's like, yeah, this comes after Ocarina. Of course, it takes place on the adult timeline, because, you know, the hero time removed himself from existence in the child by creating the adult and child timelines. Timelines are stupid. I still hate the third timeline, right? The hero dies timeline, that's still the stupidest thing in my opinion. So while you're here, make sure you have the grappling hook out, because the grappling hook, if you would grapple hook every one of these enemies, you will get a bunch of skull bracelets. You should get all of your heavy duty knights things. Take out the oh god, what are these things called? These are not Starfoes, god. I don't remember what these enemies are called. These pig guys. They're the ones based in Ganon's image. I do not remember what they're called. Take them all out first. They're going to be a lot easier to kill than the knights, of which there are like a dozen of. It's King's Crest, and I don't remember the other ones. What the other one's called. I took 2 at once. 2 for the price of 1, Grandma. Is that where this started? Oh, good morning. Hey, what's up? You say good morning, but it's like midnight for me here. It's probably even later than that. I would check the clock if I had a second. Oh, that was cool. It is... Why am I getting... Oh, whatever. It's 2 a.m. for me here, so... Yeah, no, it's pretty late. I've had papers to write the past few days, so I've been staying up since 2 a.m. I've been staying up since like 6 a.m. in the morning, maybe even later. Just the past few days, because papers and midterms and whatnot. Give me those hearts. Oh yeah, and they look like Nubises without their helmets on, which I always think is very interesting. Come on, why didn't it pick up? Okay, there we go. I just have to make sure to get all of the King's Crests. Those are like super important here. Because this is your best chance to get them all 10 of them. Because I think there are 10 of the guys, so as long as you're patient, you can get all 10 King's Crests. I don't know if using, like, one of their own swords against them makes them easier to kill. I'll admit, I do not remember. God, it's funny, I hadn't seen that communication error in forever, and then the second I thought, like, oh, I haven't seen the communication error, it started to show up again. There's still like 9 of them here. Oh yeah, and they'll even use other enemy swords. That's cool. I need that King's Crest, man. Come on, stop jumping. Stop making this difficult on yourself. Just perish. They may all, even if you don't like get it from them, they may still drop it nevertheless. Like that is totally possible. Come on, stop. It wasn't even looking at me, man. Come on. Why is it not hitting them? Oh, that's super annoying. It still gave me one. They may always give you one. I'm not entirely sure. But I think it's always safer to steal one just in case. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come at me, dog thing. It's usually super easy to steal them. There we go. There's that guy dead. Okay, there we go. Let's just kill it. So much easier than Twilight Princess. Like, oh my gosh, 1,000 times easier. Because those guys take me forever. I feel like the countering works better in this. As weird as it's not that it works better, but the countering is more simplistic, so that makes the combat system more simplistic. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's all of them. Oh, there's one more. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you needed that to open the doors. Okay, there's one more. Let's see. I have 9 King's Crests. So that's, yeah, you get 9 for doing that. I think this isn't where we want... This is like a dead end, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is just a dead end. Don't even bother. We'll come back there later. God, the music was reminding me of Ave Maria, but then you hear the every time I rolled. Never make rolling faster than running. Just pro tip. I'm thinking of, is it there's like, in Dark Souls 3, there's a set of like spike armor. I don't remember what it's called, but people like put on the spike armor and then just roll into the enemy, and someone did it to the track of X Gonna Give It To You. And it was so funny. Oh my god, I'm remembering that right now. So now we have... the game wants us to go to the Forsaken Fortress. Which is a completely valid way to go. But that's not what I'm going to do for the moment. Actually, maybe it is. Where's Beetle? I know Beetle's around here somewhere. Maybe I do want to go to the Forsaken Fortress now. Well, I could always just end off the stream. That's also a very considerate thing, because I still have a paper to write. Yay! Papers. God, college, man. Beetle! Gosh darn it. Let's take the King of... Let's go fight Cyclos. We've ran into him twice now. And we can find him just in this direction. He's somewhere's over here. So we might as well go do that. I mean, I have nothing to lose. You know, and it's funny, I was going to talk about Smash Bros. Tonight, and I just completely forgot. Because in the past, like, 2 days, the Grinch leak has happened. Oh, do I still want to talk about that? I kind of do. I do. You know, let's do the Forsaken Fortress, and I'll talk about the Grinch leak. Sure, why not? Because I feel like talking about that. Or, let's do something. So you're going to want to hit him with... God. You want to hit him with arrows, because that's what he's weak to. 3 times and does the charm. What the heck? That's a heck of an arm you've got there. And what an eye! No one's ever been able to spot me in there before now. You obviously have a mastery of the air, and now that you've established that you're quite the Wind Waker, let's see if you can handle this. Okay, my thing just completely glitched there. You learn the Ballad of the Gales. Wahoo! In the hands of the Wind Waker like you, my adorable cyclones will be as happy as you can be. If you need to move like the winds over the ocean deep, just call on my cyclones. Well, I guess I'll head home for now. See ya down the road. So, yeah. We now have the Ballad of the Gales. This is a required thing to do. We'll do it next. We will worry about it next time. For the moment, though, we're going to head off in this direction, and we're going to talk about Smash Bros. I'm going to put up the spoiler graphic. As long as the spoiler graphic is here, assume we are talking about Smash Bros. Spoilers. Everything that happened in the past, like, 48 hours, just because I do want to talk about this at some point. But with that, let's get into it. When the graphic goes away, I'm done talking about spoilers. So, the Grinch leak. If you didn't see, there was this whole leak where a leak came out revealing the full roster of the game, or what potentially might be the full roster. And as part of it, the reason why a lot of people think it might be true is because there's like a picture of the Grinch in the background, and that it's Grinch promotional material that we've never seen before. So if the leaker faked the Smash Bros. Leak, they must have also faked the Grinch stuff, or it gives it credibility that they're probably working for some sort of advertising company, or something along those lines, right? I don't even know what island that is. And I can see where it's coming from both ways. Personally, you know, when I first saw the leak, I'm like, yeah, there's some of it. Shadow and Ken are both in the leak. I think we all kind of agree that Shadow and Ken are definitely in the game. But now that we've actually seen the leak, it feels a lot more right. So that doesn't surprise me. Isaac from Golden Sun is also in there, which has always been like a 50-50 split of he might be in here, he might not be. It could go either way for me personally. But then there's also this thing where there's like a Smash Bros. College tour that's going on, and it showed off Isaac, and it shows off this healing item that may be the healing item from Golden Sun. We're not entirely sure. So that also happened, which is interesting to say the least. It's another very interesting development in it. The other characters are on the leak are Banjo-Kazooie, which is also weirdly, which I'd argue is like a 33-60-60 split of actually happening. Like, I could definitely see it. It's not, I don't know, maybe it's even 40-60. Like, I think Banjo-Kazooie, as crazy as it sounds, does actually have a good chance at happening. Mock Bike Rider is another one. That one, I knew there was going to be some sort of retro representation in Smash Bros. I had always figured it was going to be the Excite Bike guy. But the Mock Bike guy is basically the same thing, so as far as I'm concerned, it basically works. Right? And there was one other guy, there's one other Mock Bike, Isaac, the two Echoes. I forget, there's one more. I can guarantee you there's one more. I would pull up the image, but again, I'm trying to, for people who haven't seen the spoilers. And I will talk about this again. There's a good chance there's going to be a Smash Bros. Direct, not next week, but the week after, like on the 8th. I would not be surprised if that happens. But, as part of that, where was I going? I'm going to slow sail here for a minute. As part of that, there's one other character I'm forgetting. I could not tell you for the life of me who it is. If you give me a second. Just give me 1 second. I want to make sure I got this real quick. Because I have the image saved here. And again, this is all rumor. Like, there's all this stuff about Cosmos and, what's his name? Ken Mock. Oh, Gino. Gino and the Chorus Kids. Gino is also a 50-50 split for me. It could happen, it could not happen. It could go either way. Chorus Kids have been talked about being rumored since, I think they might have been in development in Brawl, and then they got cut. Same thing happened with Smash 4. And Ultimate is a game of fan-favorite characters. So it being there does make a lot of sense, because Chorus Kids, Gino, Banjo-Kazooie, Isaac, they're all fan-favorite characters that people have wanted. I mean, I'm not even that big of a fan of Banjo-Kazooie, and I want Banjo-Kazooie. I think it just makes perfect sense. So whether or not the leak is real or fake, I feel like some people care far too much about it. I will fully admit that. But it definitely is interesting. I do think, well, it's not the most credible. It's interesting nevertheless. Ooh, I did not want to do that. But I think it could go either way. It could be real. It could be fake. I know there was all this talk because it was originally related to some marketing firm. But then the marketing firm is like, no, we've never worked with Nintendo or anything like this. And this guy hasn't worked here for 2 years. But there's also talks that he still works for marketing. It's gotten complicated. And now Etika's thing has taken priority, which it obviously should because suicide prevention. But yeah, it's been an interesting past 2 days, and I just wanted to talk about it. I felt like it's important to talk about at some point. Right? Because I won't get around to it until next month. Until November, I want to say, I have it marked on the calendar. I probably won't get around to it until November 16th. So I wanted to at least get it out of the way now. But yeah, okay, that's done with spoilers. Let's actually get back to it. So, yeah, we're here at the Forsaken Fortress. And as we come up, we can't go past there. I feel like there's a... Is there anything we can do in there? I guess we have to get spotted. And... Phantom Ganon. Phantom Ganon is freaking awesome. I love him in Ocarina. I don't think he wasn't... You know, it's funny, for as much as Twilight Princess mirrored Ocarina, I don't think they ever actually used Phantom Ganon. And of course, it works like Phantom Ganon fights do in previous games. I'm surprised he's staying so close. That was super fucking easy. Usually he stays far away. Like what he's... Usually Phantom Ganon stays far away and you have to play tennis with him like you do in most Ganon fights. And I like tennis. Tennis is fun. But no, in this one, he doesn't care. Wow, that was the weirdest Phantom Ganon boss fight I've ever had. Kind of a little underwhelming, honestly. Now, I know some people consider this, like, will theoretically consider this a new dungeon. Some people won't. I don't. I still can say that we've only fought 4 dungeons because we are technically coming back here. And this time you don't have to worry about spotlights or anything. You can just fight back, which is kind of cool. It's also a lot shorter the second time around. Because now we have Super Hammer. And Super Hammer takes out spike thingies that allow us to move up. The hammer in this... I know there's been hammer in previous games. I think ever since, Zelda 2, there's been hammers. But this is honestly one of the coolest hammers. Also, I think as long as you're in the searchlight, they will come after you. We also have the map and dungeon and whatnot, so we're going to head this way, I guess. Let's head this way. But yeah, now you don't have to worry about any enemies or whatnot. You can just barrel through and kill everything. Super freaking easy. Yep, what did I say? Super easy. I actually want to put bow there and put this on a button. Yeah, I like that better as a button. I have no reason to smash these, I'm just kind of doing it because I can. Whatever, who cares? But yeah, we're making our way back to where we were last time. So if you remember the path, just go to the center area and climb up the giant tower. It's not much harder than that. I think you can disable the sentries to not have to worry about them. But it's not that big of a deal for me, personally. Oh, hey, this is also where we were earlier. That door leads right outside to the pavilion, so just keep that in mind. my god, he throws fire at you. Also, you can get a few skull necklaces from these guys. I think they're called skull necklaces. I hope they're called skull necklaces. It's super worth your time to get... Because again, skull necklaces do come into play at some point. Somebody, if it's a collectible in this game, somebody wants them. I just could not tell you for the life of me who it is. Ooh, 3 hearts. Plus, it also makes them drop their projectile, which is not bad. Alright, and I think it's through here? Yeah. We're in the lower part of a chamber we were at. I don't think we ever came down here last time. We usually spent most of our time up there. Are these floor master? Yeah, freak they are. I didn't even know... I completely forgot floor masters were even here. Wow. I think if we come over here... There's eventually going to be a way up, you know? I'll find a way up somehow. Here it is. Oh wow, that's kind of intimidating, actually. Oh no, why didn't you ladder? I completely forgot that statue even did that. Wow. It's just been that long, I guess. Oh, we have to... bed hop, maybe? How am I supposed to get over there? Before there were lanterns and whatnot. Now there's nothing. Unless I gotta... Yep, that makes sense. Yep. Okay. But hey, we're back on top anyways. See, usually whenever I think of the leaf, I think of, like, descending. I don't think you can get on equal height. But because you jump a little before you glide across, you technically can gain height. Just the bare minimum. A lot of stuff. Come on. Hit him. Kill him. Ah, whatever. Who cares? I think it's a neat feature, but I will rarely ever use it. Why did the screen just go completely black there for a second? That was weird. I think we probably have over 20 of these skull necklaces at this point. 18. Again, I don't remember what we do with them, but there is something at some point. That'd be cool if we could just hop into this window, but nope. I don't even think that's the right building to go into anyways. A lot of these suckers. I don't know if they give you anything. Oh, they give you magic. Okay, that makes sense. Not like I barely used the magic to leave. Oh, God. Shut up, you little demon fella. Come on. God, it's so slow. There's literally nothing they can do to punish you for getting caught in the searchlight. I would think it would summon more of those enemies, but it clearly isn't. Oh shit, they actually did something. It's gonna hit me again. God, no! What the shit game? Do you really want me to disable all of those freaking searchlights? Because I don't want to. I'd much rather just be done with this place. I don't remember it ever actually doing that. I swear you could just run in and they just all die. But let's just disable all this shit. I don't even know where it's shooting from. Maybe one of those spigots. And now we're gonna have to run all the way back around because I swear you can get past this without disabling these cannons. The only reason these cannons exist are for the stealth missions at the very beginning. But maybe I'm forgetting something. You know? I mean, I'm gonna technically be close anyways to where we need to be in the end of this anyways. Because we only got one more to take out. There's also a box up there that would have probably made my life easier. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's move on. I just want to get this done with, honestly. Going through it, I mean, yeah, going through it the second time is a lot easier, and I give it credit for that. But it's really not that big of a deal. There's a box you can probably push to make going down here easy, to make going over here easier, but I clearly just missed the box. Yeah, because you see, I could take that staircase up, but I just didn't notice that earlier, so, screw me, you know. This should be the room I want to get into. No, it's the next one. Again, now that we know what, where I'm going and how to move with the leaf, it's not hard. Yeah, whatever. And hey, even these suckers respond with more pendants. So if you want more, come get them. This is where I think you only need 20 in the entirety of the game. But if you ever need them, here's a great place to grind them. There's a good place to grind all the items, except for the except for the King's Crests, but it's not hard to find though. But the game gives you 8 of them in one location, so. Okay, now we should just be able to sit along and get up there. You know what I think may also be true? If there's a bunch of like shortcut boxes around here that I just completely skipped out on. Like the one over here-ish somewheres. And I'm pretty sure if you do them, the shortcut boxes will remain the second time you go through here. So do the shortcut boxes. Because I think they do persist. It's weird because some of these pegs I had to redo. Some of them were perfectly fine. Because, yeah, there's... Because I think there's a shortcut box down there. Because there's definitely room for one. I don't know why there wouldn't be. But do the shortcut boxes. Super important. Those are probably the 2 cannons that were blasting me. But I don't gotta worry about that. Alright. Oh god, stupid demons. I don't care. And here we go. We're paranoid. Big brother. And hey, look, it's the other two girls. Remember the one guy, the poor guy who told us to go save his daughter? Yeah, we're gonna do that. You're okay. I was worried.
Hi.
That cell won't open that easily. Ah. There you go. Acting before you think as usual. Kill him. I swear, do you even realize that we had to draw that monster bird off for you? It was about to come flying in here after you again. She knows. That sword. Where did you get that? Are you... Is it even possible? How could it be? Well, never mind about that. For now, we'll just take these girls. I'm sure their fathers back in town will pay a handsome reward for their return. I'm sorry to interrupt such a heartwarming reunion. But isn't there still something you need to take care of? If you're worried about your sister, don't be. I promise I'll deliver her safely back to your little island. Normally I'd expect a huge reward for something like this, but this time it's my treat. I did basically get you in here. Listen, Errol, your brother has something to take care of. Big, important grown-up things. He'll be back quick, so you just wait nice and quiet until he returns, okay? But big brother... Miss Tetra, we have to hurry. The bird will be here any second. Come on, Gonzo, excellent. You're just in time. Take this one from me. Huh? But she's fine. Just do as you're told. Big brother! Link, we'll be back. I swear it. Alright. It must be expensive as hell to get water pumping up here. Now, a lot of people's favorite boss, right? Like, a lot of people like that, the thing at the Tower of Gods. I don't remember what it's called. But a lot of people's favorite boss fight is this one. And I also don't blame them. It's also a very simple, very easy boss fight. But I also totally see the appeal of it. Shit. Give me that joy pendant. I want that joy pendant. Yeah, I do see the appeal of it, I guess. Oh god, we gotta... Come on. No, no. Why isn't this working? It was... You're not supposed to fall like that, but I'm an idiot, so I did. Of course I did. You can actually die doing this, but I do not for the life of me remember how. I think you can drown or something. Because the bird is... I don't remember what the bird's called. Helmer? I'm thinking the Helmer King. For some reason. Even though I don't honestly remember. But you, of course you need the hammer to beat it. You gotta get up here. But yeah, this thing, because there was really no boss in the Forsaken Fortress the first time. So at least it's giving us a boss the second time. Didn't give us a name. I swear it's called the Helmer. It's something King. I know that. I think it's called the Helmer King. I have no proof of that. But I'm like 80% sure that's what it's called. Nope. Wait for it to peck. And then smash it with your hammer. This is not a hard fight at all. Like, this is probably one of the easiest. I mean, well, I say that, but I mean, I'm still surprised at how fast Phantom Ganon just died. You can see it cracking. Yeah. All right, come on. I didn't even know where it was, but I barely dodged that. See, like that. Look how cinematic that is. That's kind of cool. I'm thinking a lot about the boss. It kind of, you know, I say it reminds me of something, but it's something that came after it. The final boss of Star Allies does something kind of similar-ish. Which, I mean, that means that it was probably influenced by this boss fight, but yeah, this is still cool. Because, yeah, that's just super cinematic. Which I know, right, we hate which I know cinematics is basically a bad word in the gaming industry. But, who cares? There's a difference between, like, this cinematic and, like... What's another game that does... Is it Ubisoft? Does Ubisoft use the word cinematic poorly? It's hit that same spot twice now. Come on, land. Unless I have to bow and arrow it out of the sky. Okay, no I don't. Come on. Peck me, bro. Be a chicken. Yeah, just swing at it with your sword. It's the easiest way to do it. Even though you can now, in theory, hurt it with your bow. Okay, note to self, do not try to shoot it. I think you can honestly one cycle. Once you break the mask off, I'm pretty sure you can like one cycle it if you try hard enough. Personally, it doesn't really matter to me. Where's Iron Boots when you need them? Come at me, chicken, bruh. Yeah, you could totally two-cycle it. Or, one cycle it once you break the mask off. Where you just hit it a bunch of times and it pecks twice. Yeah, whatever. That's cinematic. And hey, we actually get a heart piece here in the Forsaken Fortress. Yep, it is totally a dungeon. Alright, and let's go beat the game. So close. I mean, we've basically done a boss gauntlet. Phantom Ganon, Helmer King, And now normal Ganon. Let's freaking do this thing. God, look at it. So cool. Let's do it. It's been a while, boy. You have done well to sneak into my fortress and wriggle your way all the way up here. Sneak into his fortress. I suppose the least I can do is commend you for your reckless courage. My name is Ganondorf, and I'm the master of the Forsaken Fortress. By the way, boy, when you drew that sword of yours out of its pedestal, did you by chance notice how all of the monsters frozen in time down there suddenly began stirring again? Do you understand precisely what that means? I highly doubt you do. Foolish child, while the sword is indeed the blade of evil's bane, at the same time it has long played another role. You see, it also is the sort of key, a most wretched little key that has kept the seal on me and my magic intact. By withdrawing the blade, you have broken the seal. So we've made Ganon stronger. Shit. Why is it that ever since Ocarina, every time we try to do something to hurt Ganon, we make him stronger? Drawing the Master Sword gives him the Sacred Realm. The events of Twilight Princess. Well, I mean, sealing him away in Twilight just made him stronger, more or less. I guess. Oh, definitely Breath of the Wild. Oh my god, 100%. You cannot defeat me with a blade that does not sparkle with the power to repel evil. What you hold is useless. Go back to the world below and tell that to the pathetic fools who made this blade. Its power is gone and its edges are dull. Ninja. Link, get up! Stop. Stop, let me go. Thought it was him. You pathetic little sea rat. My Triforce is resonating. At long last, I found you, Princess Zelda. Oh shit! It's kind of obvious in hindsight, but I mean, I knew it was coming because I played this game. It's obvious in hindsight, but I still think it's really cool. Tetra is a great Zelda. She's my number 3 favorite Zelda, and we'll get to why she's only number 3 here in a minute. Because what we've seen of her so far puts her at number 1. She's great. Having Tetra be kind of a villain is really fun. What? What are you talking about? I don't know any Zelda. Feigning ignorance will gain you nothing. Tell me, if you are not Zelda, then why do you have a fragment of the Triforce? Postman, greatest hero of the American people. And hey, the kid got his wings. Everything just weaves together in this game so well. Including... This game is way more epic than Twilight Princess. You know, Twilight Princess was this big T for teen epic game, but yet, this is so much cooler. It sucks that people didn't like this game when it came out. Like, you know, I doubt that really changed much for Nintendo besides for making Twilight Princess exist. But it is interesting. Is it alright? She's merely unconscious. Your sister escaped the Forsaken Fortress? Oh my god, that's a Valley Girl. Oh my god, I hate you so... No, I keep doing Valley Girl. Why can I not... Mom, get out of my room. Your sister has escaped the Forsaken Fortress with the pirates. You can relax. She's safe now. I still sound like I'm doing Valley Girl. Shit. Lord Valoo, you arrived at a moment too soon. We are deeply grateful. I'm aware of this, yet I thought our first priority should be to separate these two from Ganon's grasp. You know what I like about Valoo that I've never really thought of? His wings are feathered. They aren't really scaled. I mean, he's still a dragon, like in the dragon sense. But his wings are more feathered, like a Quetzalcoatl. Is that how you pronounce it? Like, I'll explain things later. Now we must return to the world beneath the sea. Ow, ow. Wait, you're all right. What is this place? Hey, and Ganondorf, what happened to him? What are you doing? You must come to the room where you got the Master Sword. Who's using that stone? Just who are you? Link and I are the only ones who can speak through this stone. How dare you use what's not yours? Your name is Tetra, correct? You must come with Link to see me at once. Huh. Well, don't you sound important. Fine, we're on our way. Just hold your horses, whoever you are. Link, what are you waiting for? You heard the stone. You're supposed to show me to get to that voices. This way. Notice how our boat didn't say anything. It's almost like it's important or something. And even though this sealed up, now it's open again. I'm assuming she's following us. Are you him? Are you the one who was speaking through my stone without my permission? Answer me. The stone is an enhanced version of the gossip stones long spoken of legend of the Hyrulean royal family. I am the one who made it. You made it? The royal family's gossip stones? I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Have neither of you heard the tale? Tales of kingdoms spoken of in legends, of the great hero, the place where the power of the gods lie hidden. The place where the two of you now stand is that kingdom. This is Hyrule. And I am its king, Definius Nohansen Hyrule. Link, do you not recognize my voice? Indeed, I am the one who guided you here. I am the King of Red Lions. So the king was our boat the whole time. Another great reveal. I think it makes sense, and yeah. There was no need for me to reveal my true identity to you so long as the blade, the Master Sword, could defeat Ganon. But now, both of you listen to me. Once long ago, the line of Hyrule was turned into the world's shadow by Ganon, who sought to obtain the power of the gods for his own evil ends. My power alone could not stop the fiend, and our only choice was to leave the fates of the kingdom in the hands of the gods. When the gods heard our pleas, they chose to seal away not only Ganon but Hyrule itself, so that with a torrential downpour of rains from the heavens, our fair kingdom was soon buried beneath the waves, forgotten at the bottom of the ocean. Yet all was not lost, for the gods knew the seal of the people away with the kingdom would not grant Ganon's wish for destruction of the land. So before the sealing of the kingdom, the gods chose those who would build a new country and commanded them to take refuge on the mountaintops. Those people are your ancestors. So the world was flooded, and the only people who are alive are on the top of mountains. It's very Noah's Ark-ish, but without an ark. And some of those mountaintops are very convenient. Hundreds of years have passed since then. So long as Ganondorf was not revived, Hyrule would remain below, never waking from its slumber. Tetra, come to me. The necklace you wear is part of a sacred treasure called the Triforce of Wisdom, which has been passed down for many ages within the royal family of Hyrule. Your mother passed this down to you and instructed you to treasure it and to guard it with your life. Am I not correct? The Triforce of Wisdom is none other than the sacred power of the gods that we have kept from Ganon's clutches for so many long years. The gods placed upon your ancestors the task of protecting you from evil's grasp. You too must abide by the laws of the past, and so the time has come for me to teach you the fate in which you were born, the very reason that you live. Oh god, the music gets... Oh god, the music's so good. Very... perfect. And this is why I hate Tetra. She goes from being a unique, interesting character like we've never seen before to becoming just another generic princess. Super disappointing in my opinion. Like, if she still looked like Tetra but with the Zelda dress, maybe I'd complain less. But no, now she just looks like every other Zelda but with a toon form. Disappointing. Super disappointing. Plus she does nothing from here on out, which, yeah, spoilers. My fate. You are the true heir to the royal family of Hyrule, the last link in the bloodline. You are Princess Zelda. Zelda? I'm a princess? You are confused, aren't you? I suppose such is to be expected. Link, I am terribly sorry that you have been caught up in these events. But now that Tetra is indeed Princess Zelda, Ganon will be searching frantically for the child in an attempt to get the power of the gods that she possesses. He will not rest until he has found her. If he succeeds, my ancestors' kingdom under the sea will be turned into land of the shadows and despair, and so will the world you know above the waves. Link, I need you to lend me your strength in this dark hour. I have a suspicion about he who's caused the Master Sword to lose its power. I need you to come with me back to the lands above the water and return the power to repel evil to the Master Sword. Zelda. It is far too dangerous for you to join us in this task. Fortunately, this sacred chamber is not known to Ganon. It is my wish that you wait here in hiding until we return. See, she just disappears. It's super disappointing. Tetra is such a great player, and then they just get rid of her. This is why she's only number 3 on my favorite Zeldas. He's a ghost the whole time. Link. I don't know how to say this. Everything that's happened to you and your poor sister, it's all been my fault. I'm sorry. Still the second best Link, at least. Be careful. Let's head back to the surface. Link, listen well. The fact that the Master Sword, something has happened to the sages who infused the blade with the god's power. Sages be here in Hyrule, the Wind Temple to the north and the Earth Temple to the south. You must head to these 2 temples to see what happened to the sages and attempt to find a way to recover the repel evil. Fortunately, Ganon seems to have erected some sort of magical barrier down here, blocking our paths to the temple. But each temple should have another entrance high upon Hyrule's mountains, which are now islands above the sea. Marks these places on our sea chart. Draw an enemy's attention. So he marks these locations, but now that makes it seem like we can go to either one in any order. But that's not actually true. There is definitely an order in which you have to do this, even though you can get everything to go to these temples in whichever order you please. Which is probably what we'll start off doing next time, is getting all the stuff we need to do this. Do you know the Hero of Time? Once long ago, he defeated Ganon. A piece of the Triforce was given to the Hero of Time. The Sacred Triforce of Courage. Called to embark on another journey and left the lands of Hyrule, he was separated from the elements that made him a hero. That's the events of Majora, but yet this exists on the adult timeline, so it's just he doesn't exist anymore because, again, child and adult timeline. When he came back, he no longer existed in the adult time. You know what I mean. It said that at the time the Triforce of Courage was split into 8 shards and hidden throughout the land. Even though I do know the rest, but they lie hidden somewhere in the Great Sea. Fear not, no one thought. Anyone who knows about the 8 pieces, oh, God, yeah. It's not good. Yep, let's save. Into the title screen. That's where we're going to end it off. Next time we are definitely going to head to, I think the Earth Temple is first. I think it's the Earth Temple first. So next time we're definitely doing that. We've also got to do a little side questing as well, because I have been just seriously forgetting to do side questing, and that's like kind of important to the plot of this game, especially because we need to fill out our sea chart at some point. So we'll do that next time. But I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.